All day fam, what's good? All right, back again for another segment, man. Shoot, I've been gone for a while, so I can't even say no days off. I mean, technically, we weren't taking no days off. Technically, I mean, I've been hustling and working, doing other things, but been off this channel for a while. So, but we're gonna get straight to it. I'm not even gonna trip. I'm back. Y'all know that I'm never going to fully neglect this, and the whole idea is to keep it pushing. So we're gonna end this drought right now. We just gonna, I mean, we're gonna get straight to it. I just wanted to go ahead and just get consistent back with this. And I was looking at a so tonight I just really so tonight is just really about getting back consistent. Like I said, I'm reading through this Rashee Rice article, and I'm just gonna read through it, react to it, and I'm gonna give you all my thoughts on what it means for the Chiefs. I figured I haven't really talked about the Chiefs enough a lot on this channel, and you all know like I go really deep into always talking about the Chargers and always talking about what the Chargers got going on. Talk about my boy Justin Herbert, giving my strong opinions on and takes on Justin Herbert and how I feel about him being disrespected and how I feel a lot of the other quarterbacks are overrated and stuff. So, but we just going let's just go ahead straight to this. So ESPN reports reveals a positive update for Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice. This article was posted on the 17th. So actually, I can share this and just show y'all what I'm looking at, right, man. So, so technically, Jaguars head coach Lion Cohen details the importance of hosting NFL legends. I'd like to take a look at that in a minute. So during Tuesday's appearance on NFL Live, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler shared an important update regarding Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice following his 30-day sentence. He is going to continue to rehab a knee injury that he had surgically repaired shortly before he went into prison, said Fowler. I was told that was an issue because he was worried about maybe getting an infection while he was in prison. And that's interesting because he couldn't rehab like he normally would. He did emerge with no major issues. So he's going to rehab that over the next 6 weeks, get ready for training camp. Rice rehabbed his knee injury from jail and had no setbacks. Will continue that this summer while prepping for training camp. Let's see what these guys see what Jerry Farmer got to say. Look at this real quick.
Continue to rehab a knee injury that he had surgically. Yeah, so I'm told for Rashee Rice, he's going to continue to rehab a knee injury that he had surgically repaired short before he went into prison. I was told that that was an issue because he was worried about maybe getting an infection while he was in prison because he couldn't rehab like he normally would. He did his best over the last 30 days to do so. He did emerge with no major issues, so he's going to rehab that over the next 6 weeks, get ready for training camp. And I'm told that he hopes, because this is a pre-existing case that he was dealing with and has already been suspended for through the league, that he doesn't face additional punishment from the NFL, but that is yet to be determined. Yeah, so I'm told for Rashee Rice, he's going to continue.
All right. So yeah. So pretty much what I just said. And the thing about before I continue on with this article, the thing about Rashee Rice is that can we trust Rashee Rice, man? I mean, because I don't know about y'all, but to me, it's like every single time I turn around, I hear something about Rashee Rice, and it's not positive. And he hasn't been good since I don't know when. When was the last time Rashee Rice actually was productive? It is getting to the point now where he is becoming a burden to the Kansas City Chiefs and more of a asset. While you're a player on this team, on any NFL team, you're supposed to be an asset, not a burden. And Rashee Rice has been nothing but a distraction, a burden, a problem, a liability to the Kansas City Chiefs. He has not helped them at all in recent memory. And the question lurks outside of this article, but it's related to this article because Rashee Rice is related to the Kansas City Chiefs. And the bigger problem is it's not so much for Rashee Rice. If Rashee Rice wants to stay in trouble, if he wants to do what he wants to do, go ahead and keep getting in trouble, do what you want to do. But I'm pretty sure the Kansas City Chiefs is not going to keep having it. You're not going to do this while you're on the Chiefs. And to be honest with you, you're not that great of a talent where I think any other team will try to make a swing at you. So the thing about it is that the bigger question is that should the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes be worried? And the question to that is yes, because Patrick Mahomes' option right now is Xavier Worthy, and Xavier Worthy, he's not that good. I never really thought he was good at all. Now, again, granted, he he did play well. He did play well in the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna front. He did play really well in the Super Bowl. He had a good performance, but outside of that, man, he's not really good. He's not a really good route runner. And so he has okay hands. I can't really think of anything that he can do good. I really can't. Everything about Xavier Worthy is average, very average. He's not dangerous. He's not a threat. What didn't he have like the fastest 40-yard time in the history of the NFL? And he doesn't play that way. It has not translated to the field. He plays like he's running a 4.5. And so I'm not really a huge fan of it. I don't really think Xavier Worthy is all that great. I mean, and given the fact that you got Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes throwing you the ball, I would think that he will pick up a lot more faster than what he is. So maybe Tyreek Hill could be an option for the Chiefs. I hope not. I hope the Chargers going to grab Tyreek Hill, can still Tyreek Hill, but if the Chargers will not grab Tyreek Hill, I can definitely see the Chiefs probably taking a swing on Tyreek, depending on how healthy Tyreek is. But that's something I have to look up too. I have to do some research to see how Tyreek is doing. But as a matter of fact, I could probably just do that right now. Let me see. As that's pulling up, Rashee Rice. If I was a GM for the Kansas City Chiefs, I just would not. I would go ahead and release Rashee because he's not helping at all, and it's a sad day. I think it's going to be a sad season for Patrick. I mean, you're Travis Kelce. He is way past his prime, and the only positive positive outlook for the Kansas City Chiefs offense is the running back. So the running back that they got from Seattle, from Seattle. So let's see what's up with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, the former Miami Dolphins and Kansas City Chiefs star wide receiver, is still in the rigorous recovery phase after suffering a season-ending knee dislocation and ACL tear in Week 4 of the 2025 season. The injury occurred during a game against the New York Jets when he was tackled and his knee twisted at an unnatural angle, leading to multiple ligament tears and a dislocated knee. Current recovery status: Hill underwent immediate surgery to repair the ACL and other ligaments. His agent Drew Rosenhaus confirmed there is no set timetable for his return, that he is still in rehab. So the next step, Hill has indicated he will require one more surgery before he can be cleared to return to full play, according to Yahoo Sports. Reports from his team's medical staff state there is no nerve damage, no blood flow issues, and no broken bones. The knee cartilage is also intact. So, timeline concerns: while Hill is optimistic and working hard, analysts note that the next surgery could sideline him into the late part of the 2026 season or beyond. Oh, wow. Yeah. Ah, I was thinking that he probably could have made a huge return, but it's not looking like that because it says late part of the 2026 season or beyond. So he could just miss the rest of the season. He's 32, and injury history have made some teams hesitant to sign him before Week 1. He made his career. I mean, I'm not going to say his career is over, but if that's true, and this is according to Yahoo Sports, but if that's true, it's going to be bad. I mean, it said it could, so who knows, man? Sometimes, these athletes and stuff that they do, the technology nowadays, the medicine, the modern day medicine, it can really make people heal a lot more faster. people look much more younger than what they usually look. The injury and ongoing rehab have been a major factor in Hill's release by Miami in February 2026. He remains an unrestricted free agent and has not signed with another team yet. His health is the biggest reason for the lack of offers, as teams are weighing the risk of signing a veteran with uncertain return to form potential. So that's the only problem. I mean, if he can get healthy, when he gets healthy, he's there. He probably more than likely he's going to end up with LA, with the Chargers, or with the Chiefs. I have faith in Tyreek Hill. I believe I'm still gonna be very optimistic about him in this situation. I say he makes a bounce back. I say he more than likely is not going to be back by the beginning of the season. But I think we will see Tyreek Hill this year. I honestly do. See if there's anything else. Let's see. Dropped a major hint about. Let's see how. This was 3 days ago. Tyreek Hill dropped a major hint about his next destination. It says, according to this article, MSN, speed kills, but for Tyreek Hill, a brutal knee injury may have been the first domino to fall in what became the end of his run with the Miami Dolphins. Now, a free agent heading into the 2026 season, the former All-Pro finds himself waiting for his next shot while teams around the league weigh the risk-reward gamble. The Kansas City Chiefs are trying to sort out their receiver room as OTAs roll on, despite having the NFL's gold standard quarterback head coach duo in Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Their pass catching corps remains a major talking point ahead of a pivotal 2026 campaign. Let's see. OTAs. Let's see. The star wideout recently sparked plenty of buzz about a possible reunion with Mahomes and Coach Reid after popping up in Missouri. Oh yeah, I heard about this. A clip emerged from a fan event at Rusty during Toyota in Jefferson City. Hill appeared to drop a message that immediately caught Chiefs Kingdom's attention. In the video originally posted on Hill's Snapchat, the speedster wrote, "Kansas City, I missed you. See you soon." That's what he's so. Kleeman added another layer to the speculation, noting that Hill currently holds a 47% chance of signing with the Kansas City Chiefs on Polymarket, while claiming the Chiefs are going all in this offseason. Like I said, they might go ahead and get that because get Hill, because right now, I mean, their receiving room is very, very thin. If he's healthy, I don't see why the Chiefs will not take a swing at him. Yeah, the Chiefs' wide receiver room remains one of the biggest storylines of this offseason. While Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy have shown flashes of star potential, consistency has been hard to come by, and Kansas City is still searching. They're still searching for a true difference maker on the outside. So some players fit that description better than Hill, but Hill's elite speed, his big playability, and his familiarity with Andy Reid's system. It makes it's an idea of a reunion, which is could be very intriguing because we saw what happened. We saw what Hill did with Andy Reid. If he can get over this injury and he can overcome this injury, why not? I don't think the age should play a factor in his skill set. He wasn't playing that bad last year prior to his injury. So if anybody can bounce back from this injury, I will bet the money on Hill. I'm rooting for him. I really am. I mean, I don't really want to see him go crazy Kansas City. I would much rather see that with the Chargers, but if it happens with Kansas City. I hope not, but hey, we finished reading this article about the Rashee Rice. See what's up with this. So the former SMU star Rashee Rice, he underwent surgery before he was sentenced to clean up grease in his right knee. The Chiefs medical staff, they were able to treat his knee, but after a judge approval, as he was also dealing with inflammation. So there's just too much. Like, he's hurt. First off, he was underperforming before he got hurt. Then he gets hurt. Then he goes to jail, go to prison. He's been in and out of jail for the past few years, I believe. He missed voluntary off-season workouts and mandatory minicamp, but is expected to be fully available for the start of the training camp next month. He finished the 2025 season with 53 catches of 571 yards and 5 touchdowns, averaging 10.8 yards per reception. Yeah, he missed the first 6 games due to suspension last season. And how many times did Rashee Rice go down? I'll look that up right now. Legal problems. He was served a 30-day jail sentence for violating probation tied to a 2024 thing. Let me see. Testing positive for THC returns of his probation from a March 2024 Dallas car crash. In that incident, Rice was driving a Lamborghini at 119 miles per hour, causing a multi-car collision that injured several people. I mean, did you not see what happened to freaking what's his name? The guy who played for the Raiders. Crap, I forget his name. From Alabama. But I mean, how stupid can Rashee Rice be? He initially pleaded guilty to 2 third-degree felonies and received 5 years of probation along with a 30-day jail sentence, which is now being served due to the probation. Well, not now. This is a late article, but probation. This jail term has caused him to miss organized team activities, OTAs, and mandatory minicamp ahead of the 2026 NFL season. He is expected to be released on June 16, 2026, which was yesterday. So he was released yesterday. So that jail sentence was when that was the car crash and him being positive for THC. And then civil lawsuit separately, Rice is facing a civil lawsuit filed by his ex-girlfriend, Dakota Jones, the mother of his 2 children. The lawsuit alleges repeated assault between 2023 and 2025, including grabbing, choking, pushing, scratching, hitting, and headbutting. Jones is seeking over $1 million in damages for physical injuries and emotional distress. The NFL has reviewed the allegations but determined there was insufficient evidence to discipline Rice at this time, according to Yahoo. And then Rice has previously been suspended for 6 games in 2025 for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy related to the 2024. Okay, that was it. Okay, crash. Okay, this is all tied together. Fans and media have expressed their frustration over Rice's separated off-field issues. Social media reactions range from criticism of his decision-making to calls for the Chiefs to release him, as they should. The Chiefs are going to release him. If they're not going to release him now, let him act it one more time. I don't see the Chiefs sticking with him. Rashee Rice's legal troubles encompass a probation violation. So it led to a jail time and civil lawsuit that lead domestic abuse and prior NFL suspensions, all of which have significant implications for his playing time, team standing, and future in professional football. Yeah. And there's articles out talking about why his release doesn't solve their problem at all, and it doesn't. His situation is complicated. I mean, he had a promising rookie year, and since then he has done absolutely nothing. His rookie year, which was rookie season, which was in 2023, he finished in 79 catches for 938 yards and 7 touchdowns. The Chiefs they do expect Rice to carry a significant load, but when the season starts, but expecting something and betting everything on it are different things. You cannot bet on Rashee Rice. That's the problem. And so Patrick Mahomes, he's returning from a season-ending knee injury. The team coming off his first playoff miss in over a decade. Kansas City, they just cannot afford another offensive collapse, and that's more than likely what's going to happen. Now, they could go after Stephon Diggs, but I don't know if I would want Rashee Rice and Stephon Diggs on my team at the same time. I don't know, man. The Chiefs don't really have a lot of options. What the scary thing about this all is the Chiefs could suck this year, and then they can be in the making to get Jeremiah Smith. That is a strong possibility. Like for real, because like I said, I think the Chiefs should be worried. And see, here's the thing. I tried to tell y'all. That's why the Chiefs should have got that running back. I think they drafted it. Who did the Chiefs draft? Who did they draft in this year's draft? Let me see. Hold on. Who did they draft in the first round? They drafted a corner. Mansour Delaney. Oh, but I don't think he was. I don't think the running back I'm talking about was available. Hold on, let me look. 'Cause I can't even remember this year's drafts order. 2026 NFL draft. Okay, so Fernando Mendoza, he went to the Raiders. David Bailey, edge out of Texas Tech, went to the Jets. Jeremiah Love was already off the board. He was already off the board. Jeremiah Love went to Notre Dame. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, never mind. But do you think if Jeremiah Love was still on the board, if the Chiefs would have drafted him anyway? If I was the Chiefs, I would have tried to trade up to get him. I would have. I don't know if who got Jeremiah Love again. The Cardinals. I don't know if the Cardinals would have wanted to get any if they would have done business, but I would have figured something out. I mean, the cornerback that they got is cool. I mean, they did get rid of their corners, so I also think that corner they got is the best corner in the draft. So they definitely can help them with their defense. I think he'll do well, but I mean, but hey, man, you all heard it from me first. The Chiefs could really suck this year, and they can be picking next year's draft as a number one pick. And if that happens, they're getting Jeremiah Smith. You heard it from me first. It is June 17th, 2026. It is a very strong possibility. I'm going to say it again. It's a very, very strong possibility that the Kansas City Chiefs will suck. It's a possibility, or I should say, can suck. And they can bomb this year. And they can be drafting number one pick or very, very early. Depending on if Jeremiah Smith is going to be number one pick. Right now, I think he will, but who knows? I think I did see some other already some way early 2027 draft orders or draft predictions or whatever. Jeremiah Smith, I don't think I saw that him was going number one. So, but regardless, he's going top 5 regardless next year. And Kansas City, depending on their season this year, Jeremiah Smith, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, that's going to be scary. That will be scary. But it's all hypothetical speaking. I'm just pushing out my thoughts. So we'll see, man. We'll see. And we got to do some research on college football. I got to start pulling up some stuff on college football now. And because college football is something that I also want to start talking more on this channel about. But I got to be consistent being on here every day. And that's something I will be consistent being on here every day. But college football, I mean, evidently it comes up before NFL season. So there's a lot of news in college football as well. And there's already analysts already doing draft predictions of next year's draft. And next year's draft is going to be extremely, extremely entertaining and interesting because it is one of the most talented drafts in recent memory. So it's going to be very interesting to see what teams is going to suck this year, what teams is going to do well, because who's going to be picking who in the first rounds, in the first couple picks. And it's going to be interesting to see who Jeremiah Smith is going to go to. So we definitely got to keep up with these players coming to this season for the college football, and to see how great these players are and where they're going to go in next year's draft. Because it's definitely, like I said, it's going to be a very talented draft, and every team is going to walk away with probably a star player or a blue chip player probably in the first round of next year's draft. So I think the gap will be very small with how great these players will be next year coming to the draft. Really, depending what guys is going to go in the very, very early first round and will be picking them later on in the round. I think there's going to be some guys who's going to be so great, really great, and they're going to drop to the second round because the draft is going to be so talented. But we'll find that all out. I'll do my research on college football. I'll be up on here talking about it, reading some news on it. I'll be watching some podcasts, YouTube channels, listening to Mike Meyer, or whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. Guy, NFL analyst, expert, yeah, and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that we can cover. A lot of football we cover. Football is quickly approaching, and it's right around the corner. I think what we got like 20 more Sundays still NFL season or something like that. It's not that far. It's really not. We got like 3 months, I think. So it's really exciting. So we got a lot of catching up to do. We got a lot of things that we have to catch up on and talk about. And the way I look at it, I can cover it all being on here every single day, just talking, man. Talking, doing research, looking up stuff, looking up people, looking up injury updates, team updates. I'm subscribed to all teams, man. I'm subscribed to all teams on their YouTube channel. I'm following all teams on Facebook. Probably going to follow all teams on IG. You all know I'm a diehard Chargers fan. The Chargers is my squad, but this is not only a Charger podcast. This isn't really a podcast. It's a show because I'm live. So I don't really only talk about the Chargers here. Mainly talk about the Chargers. You guys know that, but I love football, man. I'm talking about all teams. I talk about all teams, all NFL teams, all the college teams. I'm a diehard USC fan. So also too that, given that. And so those are the two leagues I'm definitely going to be trying to cover everything with. So when I have the time, I'll be on here 2 hours, 3 hours, yapping, getting deep into football if I have the time. If I don't, I'll be on here for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. But I'm thinking as long as I'm just on here, just keep you updated on some stuff. So I don't even think I came on here when Myles Garrett was traded to I did come on here when he was traded to the Rams. I talk about that a little bit. Yeah, we talked about that. But speaking of Myles Garrett, I see that the 49ers are interested. For you 49er fans, I see the 49ers are interested in. Why can I not remember guys' names right now? My nervous system is fried. But guy from the Raiders. Oh my gosh. How did I not remember his name? Max Crosby. Okay, there we go. Dang. Yeah, 49ers are really interested in Max Crosby. They are highly interested in Max Crosby. So any 49er fans on here, you heard it from me. You guys are interested. And I guess that Myles Garrett trade inspired y'all to be like, let's go after Max. Let's go after Max. So that will be interesting. I would like to see that. As a Chargers fan, as somebody who doesn't care for the 49ers at all, I would like it for the game of football, for the sport. Max Crosby and Nick Bosa, that would be interesting. That would be great. Very, very interesting. I think Nick Bosa kind of has fell off a little bit for the past few years, but he still got some. He still got some gas in the tank. And I think Max Crosby coming over there would definitely mold him up a little bit. Really would. So let's see what happens. There's nothing. I haven't heard anything recent about that lately, but let me see what's up. Let me give some updated news on Max Crosby. Let's see. Hold on. Max Crosby. Let's see. The 49ers are after Max Crosby. So on the 49ers web zone, on one of these 49ers websites, San Francisco 49ers, they could pull off a blockbuster trade of their own after the Los Angeles Rams landed Myles Garrett. Because the NFC West is heating up. And obviously the 49ers, they want to compete. So y'all keep your eyes open for that. Yeah. So, but it's up to the Raiders though. I mean, are the Raiders interested in trading him? But as a result, veteran free agents Joey Bosa and Jadeveon Clowney have also frequently been linked to the 49ers. So United fans look out for that as well. And you also don't forget about your 2025 first round pick, Michael Williams, to the return at some point. The team could still use additional firepower off the edge, though. So, hey, man, that would be big, though. Max Crosby go to the 49ers. Max Crosby, Nick Bosa, two elite pass rushers. So, but I still don't think that will be a threat to the 49. I mean, to the Rams. Because you got to think about it. When you're comparing these teams, they look evenly matched all around. What's going to break the tie is the quarterback, and that's where the edge where the Rams got on the 49ers is quarterback. Not only quarterback at the receiver position too. So and tight end position. 49ers got George Kittle, but the Rams, they got three guys that they can use, that they are going to use. And I will pick Sean McVay over Kyle Shanahan any day. So that's all I got right now. And I'll be back tomorrow. No days off on this channel. You saying that's the brand, that's the phrase on this channel, no days off all day. And I thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you like this channel, if you like what I do, I like what I talk about, man, share it. Share it. It helps the channel grow. The more this channel can grow, the more valuable content, more valuable stuff I can give you. And I don't talk about basketball at all on this channel, but the finals did catch my eye, or it caught my attention. I can't say my eye because I didn't watch the finals, but I was listening. I was listening, and I have to say it was the most entertaining NBA Finals, NBA championship that I guess you could say, paid attention to in a long time. I didn't watch it, so I can't say I watched. I'm trying to find the term, but that I heard about in a very, very long time. It sounded like it was very competitive, very intense. There's a lot of storylines going around. They was letting them play. They weren't just calling stupid fouls. Like, that's why I stopped watching the NBA. The NBA just got so it's not as competitive as it used to be when I used to watch it. My favorite player was Tracy McGrady, and I pretty much thought. And I'm a diehard Laker fan. But I almost was going to go back to watching basketball when Luka got traded. I just still couldn't get into it. And I remember I was trying to go back to watching it when we traded for Anthony Davis. Just couldn't get into it. So but now I heard them letting them boys play. They let them dudes play at the finals. If the NBA continues on with that, please believe I will be watching basketball for the first time in over 10 years. I think the last time I watched an actual basketball game was when Kobe retired. That was Kobe Bryant's last game. That was the last time I watched basketball, literally. And I wanted to stop then, but I kept watching it because I wanted to just continue on watching Kobe Bryant's legacy play out. I was getting this is coming from a diehard Lakers fan. This is coming from a Kobe Bryant fanatic. I was getting tired of Kobe Bryant. Really was. I was getting tired of his stubbornness play. I was like, we can't win a championship because you refuse to evolve your game or change up your game. I shouldn't say evolve, change up your game. So I was already getting frustrated just with the league. I was getting frustrated with the Lakers. I was getting frustrated with Kobe Bryant. I was just like, you know what? I'm about to stop watching basketball. I'm tired of it. Now, I didn't stop watching basketball because the Lakers suck. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not that type of fan. I'm a diehard fan. I stopped watching it because the NBA sucked as a whole. So it's already torture enough if I see my Lakers are trash, and then I see the NBA, the league is trash. The Chargers were trash for a while. The Chargers are still, they're not trash, but the Chargers are not that, they're not all that. We still trying to wait for the Chargers to get over the hump. We haven't won a playoff game since I don't know when. So, I mean, you guys know. So, I mean, we were garbage with Brandon Staley, but I was still watching football. The Chargers has never won a Super Bowl. The Chargers has always been like a laughing stock. What they call us, Chargers always charging. You know what I'm saying? But I still watch football religiously. religiously. I've been watching football every year since I was 14. There's been a couple of years where I stopped watching it a little bit when I moved to LA. I got caught up in LA grind. I was only focused on certain things in LA, but I always been a huge fan of football, and regardless of my team sucking, I watch them. I watched college football. I was watching college football for a while. I just started watching college football like 2 years ago. As a college football, I felt like last year it was just like boring. It was boring. It was not competitive enough for me. And like I said, I'm a diehard USC fan. When has USC been all that great? And I was still watching college football. So it's not so much if my team sucks, I'm gonna stop watching it. Just like, man, if the league sucks and I'm feeling like the league is being disrespectful to the sport, I'm gonna stop watching it. But I don't think that will ever happen with the NFL. NFL is just way too competitive. That's why I just love it, you know. Once upon a time I tried getting into the NFL. But hey, man, if the NBA gets, I digress, but like if the NBA, if they get back to being competitive, I will go back to watching it. Go back to watching it. Gonna be talking about on the channel as well. That'd be great. Give me more content. Give me more stuff to talk about. But if not, there's enough storylines and stories and stuff that goes on in football, pro in college, or college is pro now. So I should say NFL in college for me to talk about. Like literally, there's so much I could talk about with football. So, but it will be fun. It will give this channel more range also if the NBA is competitive. And yeah, so let's keep our eye out for basketball a little bit. I don't mind it. But yeah, that's all I got right now. I thank you all so much for watching. And hey man, if you like what I talk about, if you like my content, if you love this channel, if you love football in general, if you want a different perspective, unique takes, not biased takes, honest, authentic, credible takes, because I know my game, I know the sport. I spent 20 years of my life in an obsessive state of mind of studying this game, trying to get to the NFL. 20 years. I started training since I was 14, all the way up to I was 25. I made a commitment. I told myself when I was 14 years old, if I don't make it to the NFL by the time I turn 25, I got to pursue something else. But until then, you dedicate your soul to this sport for you to get in. I was a late bloomer. I didn't play football when I was a kid, so I had to learn the game. Nobody taught me really the game. I had to learn it myself. I didn't have coaches who really spent time with me teaching me the game. I didn't. So I was trash in high school. I was trash because I didn't understand it. I loved it, but I didn't understand it. So, but I stuck with it. I just kept studying it. I copycatted NFL players' blueprint, like their training system. There was something that was back in the day called Stack Magazine. Stack Magazine doesn't really exist nowadays, but Stack Magazine, it was a magazine where they, how can I put it? It was a huge database where they put in, like, not only NFL players, but like professional athletes, Olympians, all professional athletes. They put all their training programs on this magazine, and you can go on a website and just look at their website. You can just look at their training program. You can look at if Brian Dawkins wanted to share, which he never did, but if you wanted somebody like Brian Dawkins, if you wanted to share his training schedule, right, like how he trained, it would, like, Stack Magazine would cover it. I looked at Darrelle Revis's workout routine. I looked at Michael Vick's. I looked at who else? Terrell Owens. I looked at a couple guys on there, man. Ray Lewis. They, all these different NFL players, great players, man. And it was like other basketball players did that too. LeBron James had his on there. It might, they covered Michael Jordan's. It was like a lot of different stuff on there that I was just nitpicking. I'll be like, oh snap! If I want to jump higher, I'll get this. If I want to run faster, get this. Oh, DB drills. And even teams and colleges, like, they put their training programs on there. Certain college football programs, they like OSU and Alabama, Julio Jones. So it was really, really, it was very valuable for athletes who didn't have coaches, who didn't have the funds, who didn't have the knowledge of whatever sport they were playing. They can go on there and they can study it and train and use that knowledge to train for their own programs. So that's what I did. And that's how my skills eventually really blossomed. And when I got into college, I was competing with D1 athletes, and it was all through just my obsessive training and studying the game and watching the game religiously. keep my, just keeping my channel on NFL Network, is watching stuff, just trying to see if I can just be like, oh, I'm watching film. I used my resources, what I had, and it quickly expanded my intelligence. Well, I'm not gonna say it quickly. Over time, it expanded my intelligence of football. So that's that. And I also, now I don't play, obviously, evidently, but this channel covers it, evidently, and also studying other sports, and then finding the connection of how we can connect to football. That's the content that I will give to you, because that helps as well too. So I remember Kobe Bryant, he said that he used the world as his library. That was part of him. Kobe Bryant being a polymath was part of how he trained. He didn't just study basketball. He said he studied other businesses. He studied conductors. He studied actors. He studied Daniel Day-Lewis. He studied so much stuff. And he said he used his mind, see how he could find a connection, how he could connect that to basketball. That's literally a polymath. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I'm doing with football right now. I'm not a player anymore. I don't coach right now. I did coach a little bit, but that's what I'm doing with this channel. So I sometimes will use analogies, and sometimes talk about, use a basketball analogy or whatever into football, or like how they do plays in basketball, or soccer or golf, so it's fun, man. I just want to play around this channel and give you, but no matter what, give you valuable content, valuable information. So that's all I got, man. Thank you all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want me to talk about anything, let me know. Drop it in the chat. Email me. I'm going to be on Substack. I'm going to start back writing, sending out long form newsletters, writing about stuff on football, what I've talked about. It'll be also in written form as well. So comment on that. Follow. Eventually, you can follow me on Substack. Well, you can find my Substack now. It's Dante Tavian. It's DanteTaviantz, and then you'll see my all day Substack on there. You can subscribe to that, because I will very soon be sending out weekly letters, weekly articles about football and stuff. So thank y'all. Deuces.